What's up, weirdos, and welcome back to my 12 Days of Horror. Today we're talking about A Christmas Horror Story. Leah Drumdums recently reviewed this on his channel, so I'll link that one down below. But something he said that I also experienced was that looking at the cover, I was like, oh no, this is not going to be a good movie. I was like, it's going to be C- at best. And thankfully, I was pleasantly surprised. It was a really well-made movie. It was shot really well. It had a lot of fun gore and a lot of like holiday cheer. This movie shows us 4 holiday horror movies that are sort of led by William Shatner as he is very, very drunk at a radio show that he's hosting. The first story is about 3 friends that sneak into their school at nighttime to investigate the murder of 2 students that happened the year before, and from there, the spooky ensues. The second story is about a family that briefly loses their child in the woods, and they find him, and they were like, oh my god, thank goodness, and they bring him home, and he starts acting a little strangely, and then pretty dangerously. The third story is about a family that goes to visit their great aunt over Christmas. They never go over there, and it's clear that the father really just like needs something from this aunt, and eventually the aunt kicks them out, and then they are attacked by Krampus, of course. And the fourth story is probably the most ridiculous, and it's about Santa Claus, and he is basically with all his elves and his wife up at the North Pole, and then the elves all start turning into zombies. Yes, you heard it here, zombies. P.S. This is a really badass Santa Claus. I really like him. This is what he looks like. I mean, like, hardcore. These stories all like sort of barely connect, and that's sort of my only complaint is I wish they connected more. I felt like they could have had something really cool if they had weaved them all together a bit better at the end, but there were a couple of surprises at the end where you're like, oh, that's that guy? Oh, this is happening here? But not really enough to like nail it, you know what I mean? Okay, let's get to the ratings. For the scare, I'm giving it a 3. Maybe it's actually a 2, but I'm giving it a 3. There are some scares in there, nothing like too exciting or amazing, but there's some good jump scares that I was like, oh, you got me. For gore, I'm giving it a solid 4. There's a lot of fun gore in this movie, especially with the zombie elves. Like, so much fun decapitation, just amazing. And for the cheese, I'm giving it a 4. Like, there are some serious things in this movie, but I can't get over zombie elves. Like, I just have to give it a 4. And overall, I'm giving this movie a 3. It's pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna watch it again. It's not gonna be like a yearly event for me, but I think it's worth watching once for sure. I watched it on Shudder, and you can also watch it on Amazon or other places, I'm sure. And now let's get to some spoilers. Best death scene for me was definitely when Santa swung. He has this like magical staff sword thing, and he like swung to decapitate this zombie elf that was sneaking up behind him, and it was a really fun scene. You like watch the head roll away, and I was like, eh. For this one, I'm also gonna do best makeup, and that's Krampus. I thought they did a really good job on Krampus. He's very like muscular and scary, and he has a very cool weapon. It's this like chain that like he like throws and will like wrap around someone, and like he'll pull them close. It's pretty scary. I like it. And for the worst makeup, I give it to this girl, this like ghost girl that's in the part about the kids getting locked in the school. Her makeup is so bad. Like, who did this? I'm sad. And the most relatable moment for me, so the kid that's acting weird after he got lost, spoilers, again, he's a changeling, and there's this moment where the family like takes a family photo and they're like, okay, smile, and he smiles, he's like, and then as soon as the flash goes off, he's like, and I'm like, oh my god, most relatable moment award. I feel like every time I get my picture taken, everyone's like, smile, and I'm like, click, me. And now for a little casual fun fact, and that is the girl that plays Caprice in this movie, Amy Forseth. She's also in Hellfest that came out this year, and she plays Natalie in that one. I really like that movie, so I'm gonna link that down below, along with Lee's review that I mentioned earlier. But that's it for me, guys. If you've seen this movie, let me know what you thought of it below, and have a nice scream. Bye!